Have you ever wanted to know more about the hidden history of jiu-jitsu in America, including details even most experts don't know? If so, you should sign up for BJJ Mental Models Premium. Hi, I'm Jeff Shaw. I'm a professor at Western Washington University where I teach a history of martial arts class, and I'm also the head instructor at Bellingham BJJ. BJJ Mental Models Premium will give you access to my course, This Is Why We Fight, History of Jiu-Jitsu in America, which is 12 classes, including a bunch of research that you can't get anywhere else. You can get it for free for the first week and start learning right away, plus you'll get access to a bunch of other amazing courses by people like Emily Kwok, Dominika Olenite, Stefan Kesting, and other experts that I learn a ton from. So if you are interested, BJJ Mental Models Premium is your way to go.
Hey everybody, welcome to BJJ Mental Models. I am Steve Kwan, and BJJ Mental Models is your guide to a conceptual and intelligent jiu-jitsu approach. And this mini episode is about the availability heuristic, sometimes called the availability bias. It's a mental shortcut that humans use to make decisions faster. Like many psychological mental shortcuts, we can attribute this knowledge to the work of Amos Tversky and Daniel Kahneman. The availability heuristic states that when information is easy to recall, we weigh it as important. So if something is especially memorable, it becomes a basis for our decision-making, maybe more so than it should. One of my favorite examples of this is fear of plane crashes. Many people are afraid of plane crashes, even though statistically a plane crash is far less likely than a car crash. But when a plane crash happens, it's big news. We all hear about it. And because of that, it's more readily available in our memory. And due to the availability heuristic, that means that we weight it with special importance. We might be cautious about getting on a plane, but not think twice when we get in our car. The reality is the plane is far safer, but because of the availability heuristic, we don't sometimes think in that way. The availability heuristic is a cognitive bias, and like all cognitive biases, sometimes it helps us, but sometimes it hurts us. This mental shortcut probably made sense as a survival tool during our evolution, but although it lets us make quick decisions, that doesn't mean it always leads to better decisions. And we can go back to the plane crash versus car crash example of this. This is a situation where the availability heuristic prevents us from properly assessing the risks of the activities that we do. I know somebody who fell down the stairs as a child, and for the rest of their life, they were cautious around stairs because of that one event. You probably have similar stories from your life of where something memorable happened, and that impacted your decision-making right up until today. You can probably see why the availability heuristic is important for jiu-jitsu or any competitive activity. It helps us make better strategy. Once we're aware of our natural bias toward memorable things, we can assess whether we are overweighting their value. In the age of social media, this is an obvious problem. Our feeds are flooded with highlight reels and unusual techniques, and because they're memorable, we might think they're more important than they are. However, something I've learned from studying card gaming is that big flashy sequences aren't the way you usually win. Very rarely do you pull out a royal flush like you do in the movies. Mostly you win by attrition, a series of small, boring decisions that seem unimportant in the moment but compound into predictable outcomes. Your winning hand is more likely to be two pairs than a royal flush, even if it never makes TV because it's boring. It's the same in jiu-jitsu. We chase novelty and innovation because it's memorable and it gets our attention. That's the availability heuristic. But just because that buggy choke is memorable doesn't mean it's good strategy. As Jake Luigi from Outlier DB and Less Impressed, More Involved says, we're not looking to win one time, we're looking to win every time. To achieve that level of consistency, we need to look past the flash and dazzle and find the boring but high percentage moves that turn jiu-jitsu into a numbers game. The goal of good jiu-jitsu is predictability. It's a game of percentages, and good strategy stacks those percentages as high in your favor as possible, even if it's done with boring white belt techniques. You should look at every decision you make in your jiu-jitsu game plan through the lens of the availability heuristic. Ask yourself if you are making a decision because it's based on something memorable or because it's statistically the best decision over time. These cognitive biases are important tools, and the things that we talk about at BJJ Mental Models, there is more like this at bjjmentalmodels.com. Check out more mini episodes, plus our full-length podcast episodes, plus the BJJ Mental Models newsletter. And if you want to level up with us, check out BJJ Mental Models Premium, the world's largest audio library of jiu-jitsu masterclasses. It's all at bjjmentalmodels.com. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll talk to you soon.